This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 30, 2023. And in the news this evening, St. Ann Mason shot and killed in Montego Bay. A St. Ann Mason was shot and killed by unknown assailants at the Book Village housing scheme in Montego Bay, St. James on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as O'Neill Jones of Parrytown in St. Ann. Reports from the Freeport police are that about 9 p.m., residents of Book housing scheme alerted the police after hearing gunshots in the area, and they saw a man running from a white 2016 Toyota Fielder motorcar, which was parked along the roadway. On examination, the police found multiple bullet holes all over the vehicle. A search of the area led to the discovery of Jones's body in a yard with multiple gunshot wounds to the upper region. He was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Hanover man gunned down on his veranda. A Hanover man was found dead on his veranda in Green Island in the parish on Wednesday morning, hours after residents reported hearing gunshots. Police have identified the now deceased as 26-year-old O'Shane Williams. Reports reaching the news are that about 9 p.m. on Tuesday, residents heard loud explosions but failed to call the police. About 7 a.m. on Wednesday, the now deceased was discovered on his veranda, suffering from what appeared to be gunshot wounds to his hand and back. He was assisted to the hospital, where doctors pronounced him dead. The Green Island police are investigating. JUTC drivers remain off the job. The Jamaica Urban Transit Company says its operations are still being impacted by strike action by protesting drivers who walked off the job during rush hour Wednesday evening. The drivers are disgruntled about the new compensation system at the state-run bus company. Teams from the JUTC Finance Department are meeting with drivers to resolve the issue and to have a full resumption of service, the JUTC said in a release. The strike action by the bus drivers left crowds of commuters stranded in the main traffic areas, including downtown Kingston, Crossroads, and Halfway Tree. Raft captains evicted from White River in police military operation. Raft captains on the White River in Oteria, St. Ann, turned up for work this morning to a massive police military operation. The operation started at 4 o'clock, with the security forces removing all rafts from the river. The raid follows months of complaints about illegal activities in the area. Tourism officials have also expressed a concern that raft men are not properly regulated. But raft captain Tristan says their livelihood is being destroyed. Tourism officials on the ground declined to comment on the operation. Jamaican-born convicted child molester found guilty of immigration fraud. A Jamaican-born convicted child molester was recently also found guilty of committing U.S. naturalization fraud. Gregory Maxwell Palmer, 48, who is serving a state prison sentence for his previous crime, was convicted by a federal jury in Charlotte, North Carolina, after a 2-day trial over which U.S. District Judge Frank D. Whitney presided. The maximum penalty for unlawful procurement of citizenship is 10 years in prison and the U.S. $250,000 fine. A sentencing date has not yet been set. Palmer used the lies and the deceit to cheat his way into an American citizenship. Today's guilty verdict holds Palmer accountable for his actions and sends a warning message to those who attempt to compromise the integrity of our naturalization process and violate our country's immigration laws. You will not go unpunished, said U.S. Attorney Dina J. King. According to filed documents, evidence presented at trial and witness testimony, while Palmer was residing in Gastonia, North Carolina in 2008, he sexually abused a minor. The United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency said Palmer later obtained his U.S. citizenship fraudulently by providing materially false information on his citizenship application. Trial evidence established that during the naturalization process, Palmer lied about his criminal history and failed to admit that prior to applying for citizenship, he had knowingly committed sexual acts with a child, ICE said. According to evidence, on May 5, 2011, Palmer applied for naturalization to U.S. citizenship and Immigration Services. He lied on the application form by responding no to the question, "Have you ever committed a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?" Palmer signed the form under penalty of perjury and certified that his answers were true and correct. On October 5, 2011, Palmer appeared at the USCIS office in Charlotte for a naturalization interview and swore under oath that his responses on the naturalization application were true and that he had never committed a crime for which he had not been arrested, ICE said. 15 days later, Palmer participated in a naturalization ceremony at the USCIS office in Charlotte and was granted U.S. citizenship. According to court records, on June 6, 2013, in the Gaston County Superior Court, Palmer pleaded guilty to attempted statutory rape and was ordered to serve between 157 and 198 months in prison. Palmer admitted to having committed the crime on June 17, 2008 by taking advantage of a position of trust with a minor victim, I said, pointing out that Palmer was not arrested for the crime until after he became a naturalized citizen. Court documents show that while Palmer was going through the naturalization process, immigration officials were not aware of his criminal actions. Cop allegedly caught with contraband at a Portmore lockup. A police constable is in custody after he was allegedly held with contraband at the Portmore police station lockup in St. Catherine on Wednesday. Charged with breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act and unprofessional conduct is Constable Joel Fagan. Reports are that Constable Fagan was posted on cell guard duties but was found missing from his post around 11:45 a.m. The cell supervisor, who went in search of Fagan, reportedly saw the constable entering the guard room from the direction of the parking lot, carrying a drawstring bag and a bottle of water. The constable was reportedly confronted by the custody officer at the station and the bag searched in Fagan's presence. The drawstring bag was reportedly found to contain a parcel wrapped in transparent plastic tape containing 1 box of Craveny, a small quantity of tobacco, a small quantity of vegetable matter resembling ganja, 1 orange-colored lighter, 1 LTE cellular phone, 1 pack of playing cards, 2 packs of rolling paper, 2 dozen white tablets, and 3 darker razor blades. The seized items were handed over to the St. Catherine Scenes of Crime Unit and Fagan placed in custody. 13-year-old burned victim back home after successful treatment in the United States. The hope of 13-year-old burned victim, Adriana Leng, who captured the nation's attention last year, is back home after successful treatment in the United States. Adriana is the sole survivor of a house fire that claimed the lives of her 3 brothers on September 4 last year in Westmoreland. The teen, who needed urgent treatment after the fire, was airlifted to the United States on September 9 after the San Myrna Foundation and others raised $40,000 to foot the cost of the air ambulance. She was treated free of cost at the Joseph M. Stillburn Medical Center in Georgia. Adriana and her father Adrian, who had accompanied her to the U.S., received a warm welcome at the Norman Manley International Airport this afternoon. Among the greeters, Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Camino Johnson-Smith, Member of Parliament for Western Westmoreland, Moreland Wilson, and representatives from Magotty High School. In the meantime, the Western Westmoreland MP says the process has started for Adriana and her father to receive a 2-bedroom house under the government's National Social Housing Program. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.